speaking of your love life, you did have two very famous girlfriends, Sarah Silverman and Amy Schumer, not at the same time.
Well,
right? No, is it not true?
it was at the same time. No, Amy, she was never my girlfriend. Sarah I dated for a couple of years, but Amy, we were friendly. This is years and years ago, by the way.
Now, I heard you on Howard's show saying she was your ex because you were living with Amy Schumer and her then current husband, and he was giving you jazz for like being the ex-boyfriend who wouldn't leave.
This has gotten all out of control. That's like my top Google now. And what happened was, this is a long story, but we had a little bit of a falling out. You know, we don't agree on everything, but we were friendly years ago, and then we had like a falling out, and then she asked me to write for her show, and I was like, I can't go to New York. It's like really expensive. I got a mortgage here, and she's like, just stay with us. She has a top floor to a whole building that she has, and so you don't really like it's not like in a place, like, you know what I mean? Like there's a elevator and a thing. It's like totally set. Anyway, it sounds like I was in like some apartment with them, and it was to write for her show. We were never boyfriend and girlfriend, and it was such a short nothing thing. And now, anyway.
All right, wait a minute. Did you or did you not have relations with Amy Schumer?
I mean, a long time ago.
So yes, you were. There was something. So there was.
There was a hookup, but it was like, I don't even want to get into it. I don't even want to get into it because
I don't blame you. It's none of my business. So my point is, I have an interesting question for you because
my top Google, by the way.
I know some people who have dated some very famous women in particular, and I think it's hard for some guys after dating super famous or rich women to like find someone after that, because I don't know why.
Oh.
Maybe you always want somebody who's famous. Maybe you want somebody with a big career. Maybe you want somebody who's got a lot of dough, who attracts a lot of attention. That may or may not be the case for you, but is that a factor in your life?
I don't think so. I had problems before them, so I don't think it was after thing. With Sarah, we didn't even see each other that much. Like every 4 days we'd see each other. We're both really independent people. And so I've always just been like pretty independent. And I think it's tough for a woman to get into my life and feel, I'm aware of this now. So I think my next relationship, I'm going to be better at it. But I think I work too much and didn't pay enough attention to the girls I was dating. I wasn't like a good boyfriend. I wasn't a cheater, but I wasn't like a good.
Okay, but I will submit, without knowing anything, you would have paid more attention and been a better boyfriend if you had been more into them.
I mean, this is possible. That's true. Actually, there were girls I paid a lot of attention to, and they wanted nothing to do with me. So I do have that capability.
Danny. Are you listening? No, but that's the thing. It's like, that movie, he's just not that into you. I mean, that really is a truism. Like, if the guy's into you, you don't have to beg him to call you. You don't have to worry about him asking you out. He will call. It is in the male nature to pursue, and I think it's in the female nature to be pursued, and we both like being in those roles. And if your instincts are not telling you to do that, this is not the right person for you.
But the ones that I do and I have pursued, there is something I'm doing something wrong that's turning them off.
Well, like what? Walk me through it. What are your steps?
I just constantly call, and then I call crying. No, I think I'm being cool, and I try to be cool. Maybe that's the problem. I'm trying to be too cool.
Well, do you wait for a signal before you initiate the calls? Like, the woman sort of lays the trap, and then you're supposed to fall into it and then keep chasing and chasing.
I'm thinking of this one girl that I liked, and it was a long process, and we finally like kind of went out and we hooked up, and then I don't know, it just like fell apart. I don't know like what.
Well, were you needy? Needy is bad. Remember that line from Broadcast News with Albert Brooks? Like, wouldn't it be great if, how does he say it? Like, if desperation and insecurity made us more attractive, if needy were a turn on?
She ended up dating like a famous person. I think actually that's what happened. A famous, good-looking famous guy approached her, and then I was.
Well, that's another thing you need to worry about, right? You don't want the star effer Forgive me.
No, I got to get out of that. You don't owe me $1 for that one. I have to get out of LA. Probably it's probably not a great dating scene because I do feel like there is I said damn it.
We're going to owe each other. Well, let's make a big donation to charity at the end of the show.
I know.
Abby's going to keep a tally.
There's just this is not the right dating scene. Everyone's trying to it feels like a lot of people are trying to.
Right. Well,
I've been settled. Everyone's trying to get to another place, and they're like, "Can you help?"
I've been to LA many times, and I've been to a lot of these big events, and it is so disgusting how so many of the people in the entertainment industry will be talking to you and will literally do the thing you see in the movies of looking over your shoulder for the next best or more interesting or more famous person to talk to. It's so gross.
Yeah.
So yeah, not a place you're going to find your future wife. But where else do you have to be based in LA?
I was on a date where I'm
going.
sitting across from her at this dinner, and she's on her phone just for a long time. So I took a picture of her on her phone and I texted it to her, thinking that she would laugh and go "Oh, sorry, I had this important thing," but she just looked at the picture and was like, "Oh, I do look cute." She thought I was being look how cute you are. And I was like, I gotta get out of here.
Peace out. I'll be a confirmed bachelor before I live with someone like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't blame you. There are a million women who would love to be with you, Kyle. It's just a question of keeping your standards high, and then definitely don't be needy. Nobody wants that in a man or a woman. I mean, women forget that too. Women forget that too. Is this not now that you finally had sex with the person, this is not your opportunity to tell him all the things that are wrong with you and the ways in which you expect him to fix you. He's going to run.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I don't think I come off needy. I think, if anything, I'm too aloof.
Oh, no. Aloof is good. Complaint. No, I don't accept that. Aloof is hot.
Maybe for a little bit, but then when you're in a relationship, then you got to dial in a little bit.
True. You have to, just with her here or there, you got to let the guard down and let her know you really want her and you think she's amazing and you might want a future with her, and then go back to aloof.
Yeah. Do you think marriage, you're married. Do you think, I don't know if marriage is for everyone though.
I don't think it is either. I know that you do a great Bill Maher impression, but I had this discussion with Bill Maher where I was on his show.
Okay. Megyn, let's talk about it. Okay.
It's amazing.
New rule. No more swearing on your show. Okay.
I had a conversation with him backstage at his show where I was saying, I disagree with your philosophy on love. I know you think the cost of love is lust. That's not true. I think if you found the right woman. And he was basically like, you're an insane person. You don't know me at all. STFU. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.